I'm excited because I got approved and Dr. Now is giving me the chance to get the surgery and not move. But the goal that he gave me to do it is a little overwhelming. And the more that it sinks in, the more I think I was crazy to agree.
It's just a lot more dieting. I don't know. If you had to lose that much before surgery, I feel like it would be hard on anyone, but she was already approved, so this is her fault. She's the one that turned it down.
But it's what I want. So I'm gonna go back and work just as hard as I have been so that when I come back, I'll be down another 100 pounds.
Hey, what's up, guys? Sean back, former 600 pounder, watching 600-pound life for you guys. And today we got Melissa Marescott, 36 years old, weight unknown. Which, if anybody says they know their weight when they're this big, they're kind of lying because we just ignore it. We pretend it doesn't exist. Those numbers are just, they're like the lottery numbers. They're there, but you don't know what the hell they are, right? So today we're going to check out her episode and see what she's got going on, and should be fun. Let's go. How the hell she's breathing like this? Also, I lived in Florida and I was there for a week and I lived in an apartment like that with a pond behind it, hospitalized for mosquito bites, like blood infection. I almost died. All the times I almost died, that's one of them. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey.
I have a hard time facing the reality of my life because at my size, at my weight, you purposely avoid everything that brings your awareness to how you appear to other people. And that's how I've tried to live for years. But no matter how hard I try, I can't ignore it now.
Boy, straight up and stripping, man. We get right to the action here because she's already laying face down using her chest as a pillow. And now she just runs straight in the bathroom and strips. Nobody moves this fast first thing in the morning at this size.
Because when you get to my size, it's
Ew.
like the world is on my shoulders and all over my body. And it's just globs of fat just like flopping around.
You probably shouldn't use the word flopping while you're in the shower, but you could see that she broke off the front of her toilet seat, which I definitely have broke some of those in my
Of
lifetime.
course, you're not supposed to be this weight, and you're supposed to be able to function as a normal person. And I'm unable to function as a normal person because of all this excess weight.
You even ripped the front of your sink off. You're getting like demolition levels of fat then. I don't think I broke the front of my sink.
I need to plan every step and move I make. Or I might end up in a situation I can't get out of because I just can't do too much at once.
Gotta watch out for those pitfall traps when you put on too many pounds. They're everywhere.
And it makes me feel depressed, unwanted. It makes me feel embarrassed. It makes me anxiety ridden. It makes me feel lesser than a person. It's like I'm humanizing myself every day. And it's miserable to live like this. My life.
We spend so much time worried about what other people think, and when you just stop giving a damn, life gets so much better. But she kind of walks like she's walking out to a wrestling ring or something. You see that? She's kind of got that like Conor McGregor strut going on.
Is miserable because of how big I've let myself get. Because of my love of food. My whole life revolves around food, and I'm constantly thinking about it, craving it, wanting it. There's not a moment where I'm not hungry, and I can't wait to eat because of the joy that it brings me. Food makes me feel.
She did not just hike up her chest so she could get over the counter. How tall is this lady? Because I'm blessed with height, so mine wasn't this bad. But I don't think if I was a big chested woman, I'm 100% using them things as a kickstand.
Like, I don't have to feel. Food feels for me. It fills you up from what you feel empty inside. Food gives you that wholesome moment that you're looking for in the day to feel like you matter. It doesn't judge you. It just helps you cope and you feel good. It fulfills that high. The only problem with food is the after effects.
Heartburn. Definitely heartburn. No, I didn't really get heartburn, but she's eating like she's eating from a trough, man. That probably could have fit in a regular bowl, right?
As soon as I'm done eating, then it goes back to scheduled programming of feeling depressed and feeling unwanted.
Right.
Everything you don't want to feel. So I just keep eating and destroying my life to where I'm not even living anymore because I'm just too big. When I was younger, I struggled with my weight, but I just never imagined it would get this bad.
She's got a pretty good bed, because I can tell you, if I did the swan dive thing like she just did, I'm breaking that shit 100%. But she's also like walking up to every counter, assuming the position. It's kind of weird. What's that string for?
I was always a chunky child, and I think that issue started with my mother. My mother, I would not say that she's the sole person why I gained weight, but I could say that she is the person who started it.
Blame mommy.
My mother fed me these large meals to make up for the verbal abuse. My mother was very verbally abusive, and the things that she would say, "You're stupid. I wish I never had you."
Your mother sucks. I never heard anything like that. I just ate a lot of food.
"I wish you were better. I wish you were smaller." And then in turn, dinner would like be a few hours later, and she would make you this mass plate because she's felt guilty for calling you stupid all day. So, I took food as love from her, and I wanted that. I wanted to know she felt bad for the things that she would say to me. But my mother made me finish every morsel on that plate. It could be the morsel of like in between my finger. You better finish it.
I don't think I was force fed at all, but I mean, you finish your food. You're not supposed to waste food. I did get that when I was a kid, for sure.
Sometimes after I would eat the food, she would be like happy about it because it brought her some sort of joy. But if you're a child, you should not be eating an adult-sized meal. But I learned eating is good. And it doesn't matter if you're full if you have more food. You just eat what's made for you.
That's like, it seems to be a reoccurring thing in these videos that we eat like adults at a child's age. Like, I was eating more than my parents a lot of the time as a kid, so I get that. We definitely start eating a lot early on.
It wasn't the same with my father because there was no judgment of being overweight. I was his little girl. And he just wanted me to be happy. That was my go-to person. He was my best friend. But when I turned 8 years old, my parents' relationship really took a turn for the worst. It became toxic. And then my father decided to leave. But losing my father like that devastated me because he was out of my life so fast.
Even if your parents divorced, there's no reason your dad shouldn't have been around and in the picture still. Like, I hate when parents do that. They're like, oh, well, I'm not with the mother anymore, or vice versa sometimes. But generally, it's the dad that does it. Let's be real.
So it was hard for me, and I know it was hard for my mother too. That's when I started putting on a lot more weight. I became extremely depressed for a while and used food as a pick-me-up to make me happy. And over that summer alone, my size more than doubled. I started off at like 60 to 70 pounds. And then by the end of that summer, I was 150 pounds.
Hell, I was gonna say she didn't look that big as a little child, but she's got those slipper things, or like Dorothy slippers. Isn't that what is that from? I forget.
All the weight gain slowed down when I went back to school. And I wasn't eating as much, but I was still finding ways to sneak food and eat the way that I wanted.
Dorothy found the Tin Man, and that's apparently a lasagna pan.
And so I put on another 100 pounds in the next 5 years. And I was around 250 when I was 13. And when it got like that was when my mom started to really point out my size. My mother would constantly comment on my weight. Like, she would say, "You're
Two lasagna. Oh my God, she has Parmesan on standby. This is crazy.
fat, you're a girl, you're supposed to be attractive." So that upset me more. But I also tried to stop eating as much. Just because I wanted all the things my mom was saying to me to stop. And so I lost some weight between the ages of 13 to 15 years old.
Never mind, that was not two lasagnas. That was a mirror. I was seeing double, or maybe she just puts it in front of a mirror so she can feel like she's eating more lasagna.
And then something drastic happened. When I got into high school, I started dating someone. And when I was 15, I got pregnant. I got pregnant and got an abortion. My mother was the one who took me to have the abortion because only my mother knew. But she wasn't happy when I got myself into that situation.
I don't think any parent would want to see their child in that situation. I'm not going to comment on that because who am I to say what somebody should or shouldn't do? But the lasagna, I used to eat the hell out of them Stouffer's things, man.
But after my and depression, I felt a lot of regret and I felt guilt. So I went back to food to cope with the pain and I started getting bigger. The food didn't make the depression I had go away, and it got too overwhelming for me that I didn't want to do anything. And when I turned 16, I dropped out of high school. And for the next couple years, my life was just eating and sleeping, and I hid. I only had one person I really got close to, and who I considered a true friend. And her name is Shay. She would come over and check on me, and she still does it till this day.
Okay, well, if you drop out of high school and then you just have one friend come checking on you, I definitely didn't drop out of high school or anything, but I did isolate myself, so I do understand the whole turning people away from being around you at some point.
But she was the only one who did that then. Other than seeing her and my mom, I was alone, eating all the time. Between 16 and 18, I gained another 100. So I was close to being over 400. But
Okay, that sounds about right. That's kind of how we do it. We don't measure any calories. We eat whatever the hell we want. It just kind of packs on like
I
that.
didn't let my weight gain hold me back. About 4 months into turning 18, I ended up going back to school. And over the summer, I finished barely and graduated. And then I got a job and started to get back on track.
Okay, congratulations. I'm kind of proud of her for finishing because the reason she dropped out, it's kind of crazy that she went through all that, but then she just got right back after it. So obviously she was going back down the right path, just heavier than originally.
When I was 22, I tried to go to college. I did that and I got a job to pay for all my bills. And it went well at first, you know? The first year was okay. And then I lost my job. I just fell deeper into depression and started eating more. And I decided to drop out. So I was a college dropout at 23 and around 450 pounds. So I got
Damn, this lady, she's already had soup. She pretty much killed a lasagna tray. I don't care what you say. I could eat like a third of that thing, which is still way too much, but she killed the whole damn tray and she's still going.
a job as a receptionist and got a place of my own. And so for many years, all I did was go to work and eat. I didn't do much because of my depression that I was still dealing with. And then it got worse because my dad died when I was 27. I went through a very big depression.
I thought your dad was just kind of gone from the pic. I mean, I guess it would still hurt, but if he's out of the picture, I don't know, man. Am I heartless? If you're out of my life, whatever, dude.
And I got sick from all the stress at that time. I was over 500 pounds then, and the weight was starting to get to me. I ended up being very weak and tired.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you something. That's like the best dessert ever. You get one of those like cheese strawberry danishes at Walmart. They're like $3. I love those damn things. Can't have them anymore, but I love what she's got. She's got pretty much my diet going so far.
And I was too tired to just keep going. But one day, I passed out at work. And that's when I knew my health was getting to a really bad point. But I still couldn't help myself when it came to food because food filled that void. So I needed it even though it was taking over my life.
Look, food fills the void, but it also fills your pants. So that's kind of the issue we're dealing with right here.
Because I couldn't work anymore, and I was getting worse every day. That was amplified even more because at 35, I lost my mom, and that sent me into another spiral because she suddenly passed from kidney failure because I was too big to go to her wake or her funeral. So I had to miss that, and it made me feel so ashamed that my weight kept me from that.
She can get around the apartment, so I think she probably could have got to the funeral. Would it have been a whole adventure? Yes, it would have been rough, but I think she would have got there.
But after losing my mom, I felt like I was alone. The only person I have now is my friend Shay, but I only see her when she's able to check in on me. Other than that, I'm trapped in this apartment every day.
So Shay brings the snacks, and then we got the zebra like carpet for the zebra cakes. Told ya.
Hey, Melissa.
Everything?
Yeah, I got you some.
Am I tripping, or did she just say he he he? I swear I heard a he he he.
Food.
When I have food, I have happiness. So how do you give up happiness, even though you know what's killing you? I know how I eat is killing me. And if I don't change, I'm going to die. And what scares me most about my life right now is not waking up, not being able to live it.
Bro, she's already had soup, a whole effing lasagna. She pretty much finished the Danish, and now she's on to like 5 trays. Her diet is crazy. She better be fatter than me. I never ate like this.
Being able to accomplish goals that I set forth for myself.
I know Melissa for over 20-something years. Melissa is very bubbly, very intelligent person, but she does have some struggles when it comes to self-esteem issues and things of that such.
The bubbly stuff's probably all the fried food. She's probably got gas like 24/7.
She used to go out, she used to travel. Now it's much different. Even though she gained excessive weight now, she doesn't go out.
I don't want to share any of these, but I'm going to be nice.
That's fine, you can have them.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Are these Hooters wings? Because it's, I've never been to a Hooters, which I know sounds crazy because I'm a guy, but I just never have gone.
I want to rollerblade again. I want to be able to have fun and make jokes and not feel embarrassed to be around people.
When the fuck were you rollerblading? We don't do that. When I was a kid, I thought rollerblading was the way to get women, but that's because I saw the movie Brink. And that just kind of ruined my mindset as a kid. I thought you had to rollerblade to get laid.
When you're overweight, you don't want to be around people as you feel like they're judging you. You just avoid everything.
Except for ranch, lasagna, danishes, and soup.
I want to travel with my best friend. I want to be able to go out and dance and have a good time and make jokes and feel secure within myself. I want to regain my confidence that I once had. But I can't do any of that if I don't give up food, because it's keeping me from all of that. My food addiction is killing me. And if I don't make a change, the people who do love me and appreciate me, that are still here, who count on me, won't have me.
Could you explain to me what people are counting on you for? Because I'm not exactly sure what we do to help other people besides ourselves. But fat people can dance. Haven't you seen Stephen Asante, Fat Boy Get Down?
And that's not fair. It's not fair. And I know life is not supposed to be fair, but there's some things that are.
Life's like a box of chocolates. You eat them all, you get fat as shit.
So I know I have to do something drastic. Because I can't sit and continue to ignore what I've done to myself. It's either face the music or just start planning your funeral. And I don't want to die.
If we ignored the fast food, like all the stuff she's eating, it's astonishing to me that she's not like 1,000 pounds. Cause I got to 605 and I was not touching this much food. Am I delusion? Was I just drinking too much soda? She's drinking water so she can eat all this? Cause I could have ate way more.
So I'm gonna fight to try to change that. I just hope my worst fears of how bad this could go are wrong. And I'm not trying to push myself to a place I'm not ready.
I'm a little confused how long she's going to be in Texas because that suitcase cannot be holding very much clothes.
I'm gonna pray for you.
Thank you.
Let me know how it goes. Very good.
Praying for fat people is fat phobic, lady.
Love you too. If I don't make the whole trip, the worst part would be me not getting the help that I need. And if that happens, my life is basically over. So I desperately need to do this because I'm running out of time. So no matter what it takes, I have to make it there.
Bro, she is so short. They haven't said her height yet, but it's just funny to see the way it's distributed, like Oompa Loompa levels of obesity right now. Welcome to Hefty Hell.
Me and Shay made it to Houston last night. The trip wasn't as bad as I was worried it would be, but it was still a lot of activity for me.
That's right, Shay, you little snack satanic little hussy.
A lot more than I've had in a really long time. So I'm sore, and it's a little harder for me to move today because of that. But overall, I feel good, and I'm ready to meet Dr. now and get his help. I'm just nervous because there's always a chance. He could say he can't help me for whatever reason, and if that
Bite your tongue. Doctor now saves every fat person on earth.
happens, it would be tragic. So I'm just praying it all goes well.
Melissa?
This is the first step for me getting my life back. It's been years since I've been on a scale, so I'm worried about where my weight is at today. Seeing that number come up is never easy.
Are those supposed to be roses on her pants or are they paintball splatters? Because they look like both to me.
It only gets harder the bigger it gets.
Oh shit, she's less than me. There's no way. No. No, no way. I refuse to believe this. Son of a.
That's not as bad as I was afraid it could be.
It's about as bad as I think it could get because I just watched what all you ate and now I'm forced to realize that I had to be eating more calories than you.
But it's still way too high. And I need to get it to drop. And I'm hoping Dr. Now will be able to help me do that. Because I'm tired of being this size and having this life. I'm ready for it to change. And I need it to change now.
You know, her back has to hurt like hell because there's no way she can be leaning back like Fat Joe, walking everywhere and not be in pain.
Hello, how y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. All right, I'm Dr. Zardan. You must be Melissa.
Yes.
And this young
This
lady?
is my best friend, Shay.
Nice to meet you both.
You as well.
So, Melissa, your weight is at 592 pounds, so you're here to get help with that?
Yes.
No, doctor, now. I came for an epic game of Twister. Whenever people ask, you want help with your weight? Yes, please. Chop my damn tummy out.
That's good, because looking at your weight and height, your BMI is 115, which is very high. It's one of the highest we have seen. So the weight you have on you, being under 5 feet tall, if you have average height, you'll be at 100 pounds.
I'll take a little bit of a victory with that one. My BMI was only 73.8. Haha, you hit. Actually, I wish it was over 100. That would have sounded like a way better story for me, huh?
This is a lot of weight on your system, your heart, your lung, and every system. And on top of that, most of your weight is in mid-portion. That's going to compromise your breathing and compromise your circulation. And anything happen to you, even something you like a cold, there's a good chance you won't make it.
But she's kind of using it so far. She's been using her chest to hold herself up while she eats lasagna. I imagine her belly being she used to put that probably on the counter, but that's probably what broke the sink.
You know what? Your life expectancy for people in your category is not even 50 years old. So that's a very dangerous situation you're at. You know what's
Damn, 50. I would think that's a pipe dream. I didn't expect to hit 30, and now I'm sitting here at 35. Damn, we got an extra 5 years, guys.
normal weight for you is 90 pounds, not even 100 pounds.
What?
And you're almost 6 times that. So how long will it be before your heart and lung and your joints and every organ in your body gonna give away? Won't be too long.
I don't agree with that. You think she should be 90 pounds? I really don't think anybody should be 90 pounds. That's like a little kid.
So you need to lose weight now to stop that.
This is why I'm here.
You're here because you need some help, right?
Yes.
So what are you willing to do?
Change for the better. Eat healthier. To cut out the soda. Just to live better.
Well, you haven't done that for 36 years, and you knew they were doing something wrong eating those things, but you didn't change. What is
Listen here, doctor, now, okay? We've given up on life. At this point, there's just no hope. You have totally given up. There's always hope for a future, but asking us to change before we see the magic, morbid magic man who makes us go and get smaller, it's a lot to ask because we've pretty much given up at this point. Let's just be real.
different now?
I don't have my parents to. I don't have my parents to have that cushion, and I want to proceed with my life. And I want to be able to accomplish goals that I didn't get to. And I'm still young enough to do it, and I want to do it.
You know what? She actually seems really sweet. I feel bad for her. I have both my parents, But the day I lose them, I imagine I'm just going to be like a broken human being. It's going to hurt a lot.
Okay. If you're ready to make a change, we can help you, but we're going to give you some roadmap that you're going to have to follow. But it's not going to be anything that I can do to make you lose weight. It's going to be you that you're going to have to make the changes.
No way. I made a joke about Dorothy earlier, and now he's telling her to follow the yellow brick road, to stay away from the Tin Man, which is lasagna. Where's the cowardly lion? I gotta think. Are we gonna go to a zoo later?
You think you're ready to make the changes?
If I have your help, yes.
Okay. You will have my help, but I can't make the choices for you. So at the end of the day, you need to understand this is mostly up to you. We just give you guidance and some tools. We're going to give you dietary education for you that I want you to read every night to understand what's going on with it. Follow that. And it will break down at 1,200 calories a day. That's going to be focused on protein, zero carb,
0 carbs, okay.
zero carb.
Look, I love Dr. Now, but if you told me to read, like the pound pastor tells me to read the Fat Bible every night, like I'll read the damn book, okay? I've got the book, it's right here. But I'm not reading that thing every night. It's not that fun to read.
Okay? You're going to eat with the protein and vegetable. Okay?
Yes.
And if you follow that, then you're going to be easily able to lose 60 pounds in 2 months. And if you do that, then we'll consider you for weight loss surgery. Okay? But right now, it's not going to be safe for you to have a surgery this way that you are. So you're going to have to lose some weight to change that before surgery is even an option for you.
Look, we definitely are at risk on the operating table. Dr. Now says that to every single person in here, but he also just needs to see that they'll comply with the diet so they don't end up back in the operating room.
Understand that your health and your life is more important than food.
Okay.
Okay? I also want you to improve your stamina, so I'm going to give you exercise to do too. I want you to do those exercises an hour in the morning, an hour in the afternoon.
Okay.
And if you do all that in 2 months, you should be in a lot better place with your health, okay?
Look, I don't believe that anybody comes in here and does an hour in the morning and an hour at night. There's fit guys that are like in the gym all the damn time that don't do that. Don't I just can't see it happening most cases.
But you're eating because of food comfort.
Oh, yeah.
So that need to be addressed.
I feel good about my appointment in a weird way because even though Dr. Now said some really hard things for me to hear, I know it's the truth and what I need someone to tell me because I know he's right and I'm not gonna make it much longer if I don't do something. So I'm not gonna let anything be an excuse for me not to do this. I'm gonna give this all that I got because this is do or die for me. Either I
Hey, she did pretty damn good with that curb actually. I would lean on the car and do step step. Like I wasn't even that good.
follow his plan or my heart or something will give out soon. And that will be it for me. So I have to make sure that doesn't happen.
We are definitely trying to avoid the chubby cardiac arrest. Hey, Dorothy's back home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
It's been about a month since I've seen Dr. Now for my first appointment, where he
Bro, those resistance bands, I've got one that goes up to like 100 pounds, and I smacked myself in the sack once with one that was like 50 pounds, and I haven't touched them since. But that 100-pound one, if I went Tybo on my taint, man, I'd be down for the count.
gave me his diet and exercise plan, and I've been doing it religiously like he told me.
I'm just doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing.
I'm not cheating on any of it, and I'm doing all these exercises and everything in the diet plan. So my days look a lot different now than they did just a month ago.
I'll be the judge of that when we see her weigh in. Actually, I don't think I'm any kind of like expert or anything. I just know what she's going through. That's why I make these videos.
So I'm much more active because
Dr. Now advised that I should exercise at least twice a day.
and those exercises involve my upper and lower body.
I also don't like when women have pointy shoes like that because it just makes me feel like if you got kicked with those, it would hurt pretty damn bad, guys.
So I do these band stretch exercises for my upper body in the morning. And that alone took a lot out of me at first. I got really sore after the first day, but I could do them better now. And I could do about double the reps now. So
It's getting better.
But she don't really need the resistance band up top. Look how big her damn biceps are.
Slowly but surely.
and I've been expanding those exercises by looking online.
And I just picked out some videos that I could just do on the fly, like, hey, let me, do this 10-minute interval of exercise.
To add to what I do for my upper body stuff.
That's a good tool. If you like YouTube, like exercises for people who can't stand for very long or something, you will find some kind of exercise plan.
So I've made progress there. And I've also made progress with my overall stamina and how I could get around. Because I'm walking the amount that I need in the morning and then again in the evening. And I try to incorporate that exercising in my day, or getting up to clean, or going to get the mail. And usually,
Hey, I think she's actually killing this out the start. I don't expect them to start out strong ever.
I would wait for Shay to do that. And
In general, I would go to my mailbox once a month.
because it's not only hard for me to do, but I don't like going outside at all. But
I've been trying to venture out more. So just to get used to walking out more, trying to explore more. And I know just going to the mailbox doesn't seem a lot, but it's a lot for me.
It is. You walk to the mailbox, you get back, you're huffing and puffing, you're out of breath. Like, it's a serious accomplishment when you're this damn big to just walk and get your mail. But once a month, do you not have bills?
But now I make it my business to at least go every day or every other day.
so I'm a lot more active now.
And I'm doing more than I would normally do.
And after a month of it, I do feel a lot better.
She's also ridiculously flexible. I don't know how she's bending like that. I had nowhere near that level of flexibility.
I still have to stop and take my breaks. I have to be careful and not push myself too hard. But the breaks that I have to take are shorter, so I see progress with that too. And
Before I started this journey, I did not like working out.
but now when I'm done, I'm happy I did it because I feel good and
The more that I do is something that I'm becoming more okay with.
It's kind of funny when that like switch flips in your head where you're like, after you work out, you feel so good about yourself to where you just don't feel right if you don't do it anymore. So you can hate it at first, but I guarantee if it's like part of your routine, you'll start to love it. Like you'll start to love the way you feel afterwards.
so overall, I know I'm doing a lot better. And I'm excited about that. But cutting back on food has probably been the hardest part. A lot harder than the exercises. But
Dr. Now called me out on eating bad foods, eating carbohydrates that are not, appropriate for your body, and taking more protein.
Never mind. Maybe she's not killing it as much as I thought. Oh, man.
Don't snack, eat small. If you're not hungry, don't eat. Biggest thing.
and I'm so used to ordering something whenever I get hungry.
And I'll
Are those kinds of pans supposed to go in the oven, though? I didn't think they were.
eat it really quickly.
And I get full, but I still want more. So I'll get more just whenever I want it.
But now I have to actually eat at the appropriate times.
And no more big meals. I gave up my big breakfast and my late night eating, but
My biggest issue was giving up soda, because soda's like my coffee. It's like it keeps you up, it's sugary, so you're like, and then all of a sudden it's just like you're down.
I don't know about this, but I see a hell of a lot of carbs in those kitchen and a lot of sauce. She has so many different condiments, it's crazy.
so that's been the hardest for me to give up. But I've done it and I'm only sticking to water now. So this has been a really big adjustment for me and I'm working really hard. I have tripped up a couple of times.
The best advice that a doctor now did advise is that you're gonna have bad days, you're gonna have good days, but it's all about how you start off tomorrow.
Every single day when you start the day, you are undefeated for that day, regardless of what happened the day before. If you slipped up, whatever, fell on my face a million times at the start, started to get together or get it together like later on. But it doesn't matter what happened yesterday. You're going to have to learn to put that behind you because if you dwell on it, you'll be miserable.
The times I've slipped, I've just corrected the course and got back to doing what I need. And
My mindset right now is to do the best that I can do every day.
And you know, my hope is that it's all enough and I make it to the goal that I need by next month when I go back to Dr. Now. Because I'm committed to this and I'm trying to do it to the best of my ability. And I know this is my last chance to get help. I have to save my life. So I'm pushing myself hard to get it. And I just need it to be enough.
I'm not mad at her diet though. Eating salmon and stuff like that. I know that's a way bigger portion than Dr. Now wants, but it's a hell of a lot better than what she was doing, like whole trays of lasagna. Back at the Chubby Castle.
I'm at Dr. Now's for my second appointment to see if I made it to my goal to get weight loss surgery. I've worked really hard, so I'm expecting to see good results. But I'm still nervous to find out what I've lost.
Hey, she's not leaning back as bad as she was before, so I think she has lost something.
Dr. Now told me to lose 60 pounds over the last 2 months. So that means I need to at least gone from 592 to 532 by today.
548.
Really?
Okay, 44 pounds is not bad in 2 months, okay? But it's definitely not going to be what Dr. Now wants, because while you can lose that in a month if you're like as serious and doing Dr. Now's plan, like his diet plan, but that's kind of hard. I don't know. I still think that's pretty good.
Yes, ma'am.
That's a lot. But it's still not enough. I know I worked hard. So it's disappointing not to see more of a result right now. And I don't know what Dr. Now's gonna say about where I'm at today.
Every single doctor has that same poster in there. Every like weight doctor, that same woman, same poster. I see that thing all the damn time.
Hello, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good. Okay, Melissa, in 2 months, you managed to lose 44 pounds.
Yes,
So that's almost 20 pounds short of what your goal was.
I know.
So what happened?
No, Doctor Now. It's 16. Let's not throw the 20 out there. Come on, she's a little closer than that.
I'm not sure. I worked really hard.
Well, not exactly. You work hard to lose 40 pounds, but not as hard as you should have. Because if you did a diet, you would have easily lost close to 100 pounds. So did you do the diet?
Not every day. There were times where I tripped up and ate stuff I shouldn't have.
So why are you lying to yourself about how hard you work and trying to lie to me about it?
I don't know.
I knew he was gonna. I've watched so many of these episodes at this point. I just know that he's not gonna have it whenever you don't lose like close, because that's his low estimate, like 60 pounds in 2 months, which I think's pretty damn good. But it's, you can lose a lot more if you're like crazy serious.
I thought I worked really hard, but I guess I should have worked harder.
I'm glad to see that you've been honest with yourself about that. So that's positive, and losing 44 pounds is also a positive achievement. So you're showing me you're willing to take the first step. But I still need to see a little bit more from you. If you want to show me you're ready for weight loss surgery.
I'll try harder. I'm willing to make the change.
Okay, I give you 2 more months to lose another 40 pounds.
Okay.
You think you can do that?
Yes, definitely.
That initial step is always like the hardest part. But if he's going to give her the same goal, like 40 pounds again in 2 months, she could do that so easy.
Okay, good. But the other thing I want you to do is go to psychotherapy and start that. I think you're ready to start working on some of what's driving you to eat. So we'll start with that. You think this is something you're willing to do?
100%. I could definitely do that.
Okay, great. And then we'll set that up for you. Then I'll see you in 2 months, okay? If you need anything before then, let me know.
Thank you.
I knew he was going to send her to psychotherapy. Like, there's a lot of mental stuff that needs to get right to get your body right at this size. I never really had to go to psychotherapy, but I'm my own special case of crazy, so I don't think I really needed it. But do I think it could have helped me? Sure, probably would have helped me out, but I just didn't want to go to it. But Dr. Now is real heavy in that stuff.
For the past week, I've been working on getting to where I feel like I'm mentally and emotionally ready to try to go out and be in public more. It's a big step for me. I don't like putting myself out there, but I'm working on it.
I am so convinced that we could survive at sea so much longer than any of you skinny people because we're buoyant. Look at this. She's already floating up. Like swimming for us, super easy. She's going to hit herself in the face, honestly.
And I started going to the pool in my apartment complex to do my exercises, to kind of try and start the process of being around people. I'm going in the morning, so not a lot of people go to the pool then, but some do. So this is a start with me being okay.
She cannot put her legs down because they will just naturally float up. Like that's how we work. We just float.
Around people more. You know, it gets me out a little bit, but it's still close to my home. And in a smaller area, I don't have to worry about being around a whole bunch of people all of a sudden. So it may be a baby step, but it's still a step and a forward motion in the right direction. And that's what counts. But
You're also going to have to get over that. Eventually, you do realize that people are going to have to see you. You're just going to have to be a hell of a lot more confident in who you are more than you're worried about what other people think about you. Like, screw them. Who cares what other people think about you?
doing this and being in the pool has helped me with my exercises. So that's a bit of a bonus too. It's a lot easier to move around and do more in a pool. So I've really enjoyed that part of how it helps me because I'm pushing myself to be more and more active. And it puts a lot of strain on
Bro, how is she getting her foot up that high? What is this lady, like 600-pound Jackie Chan? What is going on here?
places like my back, my knees, and all that. So having that alleviated a little has felt really good. So I've really been enjoying it. And overall, it hasn't been too overwhelming for me. I still struggle with not wanting anyone to see me, but I do feel like I'm getting a little better with it. And
That's good. At least she's working through it. But it's kind of funny that she's in the 3-foot end of the pool and it still looks like she's in the 6-foot end.
maybe soon I'll feel like I'm ready to do something more, but I'm not there yet. I've been able to do all the stuff that Dr. Paradise said about getting ready for the day and looking at myself in the mirror instead of avoiding that. And while I do it, I'm working on realizing my worth and my value because I'm not any less of a person because of the size that I am.
Oh, you're going to need to get a much bigger towel than that dishcloth. Beach towels. We take showers with beach towels. But at least she was eating lasagna in front of the mirror, so don't act like you were acting like the mirror steals your 600-pound soul or something like the rest of us were.
And I'm just as nervous this time as I was the last time because of how important this weigh-in is going to be, since I need to have hit another goal. But this time, I didn't have to lose as much as my first goal.
Melissa?
Dr. Now wanted me to lose at least 40 pounds over the past 2 months. I was at 548 last time, so that means I need to be at or under 508 today.
$507.
All right, so she hit the goal, so she'll be approved for surgery. I also just realized that this lady right here is actually shorter than her, which is crazy to me.
Okay. I did it. Barely, I guess, but I did it. So I'm feeling excited because this should mean I'm getting approved and getting closer to everything that I want and that I'm working hard to get to. So I'm just really happy and looking forward to how this appointment is going to go. Because
You should be proud of yourself. You should feel great about yourself at this point. You've lost a lot of weight. Like, she's getting pretty close to that 500 mark, and getting back into the 400s feels good. Then the 300s, then the 200s. It all feels good.
I think it's gonna go well for me.
Hello, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
All right.
That's good to hear.
So did you have a good trip this time?
Yes, I did. It feels like it's getting easier.
Well, probably it is because of the weight you lost. You lost 85 pounds as of today, so that's very positive, and I'm proud of you for that.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna go ahead and approve you for weight loss surgery.
Really? Are you serious? Thank you so much.
Well, that was part of the plan. You actually hit his goal this time. So I don't think if you hit the goal, he could just be like, no, I'm not going to. Well, I guess he could technically. He's the surgeon. But if he did that, that would kind of be a dickhead move, right?
Very excited.
Good. So I'm gonna schedule you for a month so you can move down here to Houston. And then just stay on track because when you show up for surgery and your progress has slowed down a lot or worse, then I'll cancel the surgery and we won't move ahead. You understand that?
Yes, but I need to talk to you about moving.
God, not another one that doesn't want to. Have you seen the TV show? Everybody goes to friggin' Houston. Why wouldn't you go to Houston? But as far as like gaining weight before surgery and having it canceled, I could teach you how to do that. That works out pretty damn easy. Last supper syndrome, hit a hell of a lot more of them strudels, you'll end up right where I did. Cancel.
My support system, my family, and my friends are back in Florida. So I don't know how I would be able to leave and come here for a long period of time.
The problem is the same environment that got you to be 600 pounds is there. So I'm not
True. That's why she needs to get away from Shay, Sauron of the Snacks.
sure what kind of support you're looking for in Florida, but it doesn't seem like you have it. And the other issue is if you start to gain again, it's more difficult for us to intervene when you're not here.
I guess.
I told you to do my program, it means you need to be in Texas because Florida is too far to travel back and forth every time with all the strain you have in your body still. So we can provide you with
I think she could do that in a day's drive if she really wanted to, right? She's in a lot better shape than some people on the show.
functional support that will monitor your progress and help you to do this for the long term if you're here.
Is there any other way?
The only other way is for you to get down to healthier weight, to continue to travel, and show me you're gonna stick with it no matter what. And you need to lose another 100 pounds to do that. You think you can do that?
I'm willing to try.
So if I give you 3 months to lose 100 pounds and you do that, and we do weight loss surgery on you, would you agree to move here if you start to slip afterward at any point?
Yes, I could do that.
Well, I've never seen Dr. Now just go ahead with an ultimatum like that. She hasn't hit anywhere near that goal of like 33 pounds in a month so far. So, I mean, he's really going to push her. She's right around like 20 pounds a month right now.
Okay, then lose 100 pounds more over the next 3 months, which basically is the same amount per month as previous goals. And if you do that, then we'll see what we can do.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right, then I'll see you in 3 months. Have a safe trip back, and if you need anything, give me a call.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Take care. Have a great day.
You too.
Well, at least she knows what she has to do. That's kind of half the battle right there.
I'm excited because I got approved, and Dr. Now is giving me the chance to get the surgery and not move. But the goal that he gave me to do it is a little overwhelming. And the more that it sinks in, the more I think I was crazy to agree.
It's just a lot more dieting. I don't know. If you had to lose that much before surgery, I feel like it would be hard on anyone, but she was already approved, so this is her fault. She's the one that turned it down.
But it's what I want. So I'm gonna go back and work just as hard as I have been, so that when I come back, I'll be down another 100 pounds, so I could get the surgery and stay where I'm around family and friends and the support that I have with them. Because I know I can do this. I just have to prove it to Dr. Now, so that's what I'm gonna do.
All right, so diabetic Dorothy said there's no place like home and she ain't moving. So now we're in this boat where she has to lose 100 pounds in 3 months.
I've been working hard for the past month to keep moving forward and to lose what I need. So I'm sticking to my diet and exercising more than ever. And I'm also working on my emotional and mental stuff I need. I had another session with Dr. Paradise, and he wanted me to make sure that I start going out in public more, like we discussed the first time. I told
Nothing really beats that supersized like social anxiety. Going out in public is like terrifying almost. You don't want people to see you, then you're like, okay, they can see me. But you're just gonna have to get over that. People will judge whatever, but people generally care about their own stuff a lot more.
him I've been going to the pool and taking some baby steps towards that. But he says it's time that I start doing more. So I figured I'd try to do my own grocery shopping today. That's gonna involve a lot of things outside of my comfort zone, like being around a lot of people and getting in a car, which is hard for me at my size.
She's had a car this whole damn time. It should be easier for her to get in a car though. She's short. She shouldn't have to bang her head while she's trying to get in or bruise her stomach on the steering wheel like I had to.
Shay would usually help with that, or I would just have it delivered. But I'm gonna try to do it myself today to get what I need to keep making healthy meals. But this is a big step for me. I really don't like being out and doing stuff that involves being around food and in public because I feel like that's where I'm being judged the most.
Everybody knows we love the damn grocery store. It's Hefty Harry's Gringotts. Like, that's our bank. We go there. We make withdrawals all the time.
But I know I need to take a step like this to keep moving forward. So I am. It's just probably the hardest thing I've done yet, as weird as it sounds. I feel like I'm on display, and I hate that feeling.
I felt like I was going to suffocate with those damn masks on. They're so hard, man. I think they made the mask mandate to, like, call the fat people, honestly. It's so hard to breathe.
Shay told me she would be with me if it got too overwhelming, and I could just call her if I needed her. But it's important for me to be able to do this on my own. But it helps knowing that I have somebody like her who's there for me. She's been pushing me to do this for years, and even tries to get me to meet people. People she thinks that would be good to have in my life. But I've always made excuses to avoid it just to stay home, because I just didn't want to have to deal with it.
So tell Shay to stay away from your trapper keeper. It's none of her damn business what you do with that thing.
I'm not doing that anymore. Trying to eat healthy isn't the easiest thing either. Like, everything has a lot of sugars or carbs or salts. It's just a lot of stuff that I'm not
Hey, that's that Olive Garden dressing. It's got like 2 grams of carbs or something per tablespoon.
supposed to have. So it's a learning process, but I hopefully will get the hang of it and know what's what the more that I do it. Because like Dr. Now says, this has to be a lifestyle change. And eating like this needs to be my new normal. And I'm trying to make that adjustment. It's just not that easy.
It's so hard for us to understand like healthy eating because we just never done it. Like, it's a whole new world for us.
I think I'm ready to go back home. I got a lot of what I need, you know? I've been out in public around people for a good amount of time. So that's enough for today. But I feel really good about it and how I did.
Also, if you felt like people were staring at you, are you still gonna do the kickstand move on the counter? Like, she's holding herself up with her chest.
Thank you. Have a great day. It's not like I was worried about freaking out, but my anxiety gets really high when I do stuff like this. And I've gotten used to hiding from the world. And I know it's gonna be a process to change that. But as long as I'm moving forward and making progress, I'm good. And I feel like I'm doing that.
I hate people who don't return the cart. I don't care how fat you are, I still return the damn cart. If I went in the store, I have to return the cart.
But I know I have a long way to go to get to my next goal for Dr. Now. So I'm keeping at it because I'm determined to do this. And I'll keep doing my best to make all the steps that I need to get to where I want.
Should have took a couple extra steps and returned the damn cart.
Today, I'm gonna try to take another big step for me. I'm focusing on dealing with the stuff behind my eating. And after another appointment with Dr. Paradise, we talked.
You have so much pasta and potatoes, and you're talking about how it's like so hard for you to eat healthy, but you have everything in there you should not have.
About how I need to deal with some of the things that have happened to me from my past, particularly how I keep that stuff inside and don't talk about it. So today, I asked Shay to come over for lunch, and I'm gonna tell her about a boyfriend who crossed some major boundaries when I was younger.
Come in.
Hey, Melissa.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good. I have my hands on. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Is it coming?
Like, I think it's super important to address things that have happened to you in the past, but I don't think you should judge yourself by your worst moment or the worst thing you ever did or the worst thing that ever happened to you. I think you have to think much highly of yourself than that. Like, delusional confidence, I think, is the way to go all the time.
Okay. Smells good.
It smells good.
After I was violated, I didn't tell anyone. Things I kept to myself and never even told the people who were close to me. So what Dr. Paradise thinks, what I need to do is start the process of letting things like that out so I could have a chance to deal with them instead of suppressing them and using things like food to try to forget them. So I'm gonna try to do that today with Shay, but it's not easy.
All right, let's do a taste test before we.
It's good.
It's edible.
Are we sitting at the table?
You want to stand and eat? How rude of me.
Obviously, if for years and years you've ate strudels and lasagna and all that other stuff, chicken breasts are not going to taste quite as good. Chicken thighs are the way to go. I'm a thigh man. Like, that's way better for me. I know it's not as healthy, but I will get them bone out thighs 24/7.
We're gonna go sit at the table.
I'm not gonna worry about what she's gonna think or say. That's not the issue for me. It's just, I don't wanna feel what I do when I think about that stuff and talk about it. I've avoided it for so long, but I know that's part of why I've had issues. And that's what I'm trying to change. And that's why I'm doing this.
It's not bad. You like it?
It's edible for me.
The blackened seasoning is really.
Spicy.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is you'll get like flavor fatigue from eating the same stuff over and over and over. And I think that's probably the hardest part because you're learning like a new diet and you're just eating stuff where it's on the diet, but you'll eat it over and over if you like it. And then you'll get so sick of it.
So you're doing pretty good, huh?
I'm trying.
You could do it. It'll get easier. Just don't give up, you know?
Yeah. Dr. Paradise wanted me to do some homework about opening up. And being more open to trusting again, which is really difficult because when you're hurt, you don't want to be hurt anymore.
Look, if you've had some kind of traumatic experience, I'll never judge you for putting up a wall. I think eventually you just have to find a way to work around that. And there's going to have to be some kind of drawbridge to get through there. Like, you're allowed to put up boundaries if somebody's hurt you, but working through it's probably pretty important.
And when I was younger, I dated a guy, and he crossed a boundary that made me feel uncomfortable. I just don't ever want to be in a situation like that ever again. Doing everything that Dr. Paradise says to do, I need to, go back into the world. I need to, have those important relationships, but I do need to set those boundaries. Not only with that, just that ex, because of that ex, but because of friendship and all those other things. Like, I need to be more back in the world. I need to interact with people. I need to make sure that I'm making better choices with and being selective of who I'm friends with.
I think she's doing a pretty good job of coping so far. All things considered, she's working through it. She's getting out there. She's trying. So she might be a success story. Like, she's not killing the weight loss, but she's still losing a lot of weight. So far, I think she's still a success story right now. And she's just working and dealing with it day by day. She's doing pretty good.
And not let them cross those boundaries. I have to set them for that purpose, to be able to process things and to not only cope with food.
The simple fact that you are acknowledging what it is that you need to change in your life is a big step. If you remember what you're coming from, you'll enter into where you're going. It's going to be hard, but you have to push yourself because you know what it is that you're trying to do, and you can do it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think just knowing that you deserve better, or like you're not just kind of doom and gloom all the time, because we get to this super negative place. So you just have to know that you deserve better in life and that it's all up to you. Like, you are in complete control of your life. If you want better, you can have better. You just have to work for it. And she's working for it right now. I kind of like, I mean, I was making fun of how Shay was bringing the snacks, but I kind of like her. She's not a bad person.
I'm not sure if I feel better or not.
Appreciate it.
I'm just not sure how I feel or if that made anything better. Opening up to Shay felt really emotional, but in a good way, like a release. But I'm glad I did it because I know it shows progress. Whether it helps me a lot or not, I'm willing to face whatever I need just to give me a chance to change for the better and get healthy.
All you need is a chance, and you've got that with Dr. Now. You got a whole damn TV crew here, so you've given yourself a chance. Now you just have to take advantage of it. I don't know why you don't want to move so bad. You signed up for a show where you know moving is part of it.
I'm back at Dr. Now's to try to prove to him that I could still do what I need and stay on track in Florida. But to do that, Dr. Now said I needed to lose 100 pounds over the last 3 months. So that means I need to be under 407 today, which is a big drop. But I've worked really hard to get there. And so I'm hoping to see the progress I need.
Oh no. You lost 13 pounds a month? She was at least doing 20 before. Damn. Who snuck a Twix into your cart or something? Something has to be going on here. Or is it just the fact that it's easier at the start and then it gets harder as it goes on? Because weight loss gets considerably harder when there's less fat there to lose, for sure.
That's kind of disappointing. I thought I did a lot better than that. But I'm at least still losing a good amount of weight, like the last times. I just don't think it's going to be good enough for Dr. No to let me.
I know for damn sure it ain't going to be good enough. He's not going to have that one bit. Dr. Now don't play when it comes to those goals. And if you don't want to move to Houston, he's not going to have that.
Ahead without moving. So I'm just worried about what my options are going to be because I need the surgery. But my life and all my support is in Florida. So how do I choose between that? It just feels like an impossible choice.
We don't have much of a life at our size, so I would say if your weight loss is already slowing, bite the bullet, move to Houston, and have at it just to lose the weight.
Hey, Melissa, how you doing?
Well, that depends on what you think about my progress.
Well, okay. I'm glad to see that you're still losing. But it's only a fraction of what you were supposed to lose to show me that you can do this in Florida. So what happened?
I don't know. I thought
I'll tell you what happened. You ate too much damn fried alligator or something. You had to do something here, like there had to be cheat days or something sliding in there because she thought, oh, I already got approved. I just have to lose more. But I can have this. I can do this little bit. And you didn't realize it would totally derail your diet.
Was more on track because I've been working really hard.
Okay, you want me to tell you what happened?
Okay.
When you make a drastic change in your eating habit and go from something like 10 to 15,000 calories a day to under 2,000, you're going to drop a lot of weight very quickly, even if you still take in some extra calories here and there, because you still have a large reduction in what you're eating. So the easiest point with the weight loss like this is at the beginning. But after
The weight definitely does drop a lot quicker at the start, and then it kind of slows down. You might get a little discouraged or something. You just have to keep pushing, keep pushing. You'll get there. It's just going to be a lot more work than you initially think, especially when you're this big. You don't understand that, like, hey, you can still eat 4,000 calories a day and lose like weight. But start counting those damn calories, you'll be fine.
that, it not only gets harder to maintain the changes in your eating habit, but every calorie start to count more the more weight you lose. Because the difference between the amount of calories that push you to where your body stores fat versus burning fat lessens as you lose. You understand?
Yes.
Okay, so to be able to stay on track for the long term, you need the proper tools and support to do that. And that's why you have to be here in Houston, because we can't provide that and monitor you if you're not here.
It makes perfect sense why he always wants people in Houston. It's just, I don't think a lot of people are going to want to move, but it's definitely for the best. Like, she should move 100%.
Understand that?
Yes, I do. But I still believe I could do this back home because I'm still losing a good amount.
Melissa, you lost less in the last 3 months than you did in the 2 months before it. So you're losing around 20 pounds a month before, and now you're losing around 12 to 13 pounds a month. So you
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a what I eat in a day video at some point, either this week or next week. And I'll show you guys how I still eat, even though I'm 3 years out of surgery almost at this point, that keeps me losing weight. And I think it might help some people. Some people might rip it apart and be like, you shouldn't do this, shouldn't do that. I don't give a damn. I'm losing weight. So I'll show you. I'll make a what I eat in a day video.
weight loss is slowing like I told you it would. So you may think you can do this how you want, but that's not reality. And unless you show me you can lose a lot more on your own, then your choice is to move here to do the program if you want to move ahead with weight loss surgery.
I could do better. Could I have one more chance to hit your goal to prove it to you? Please, Dr. Now?
It's your choice. If you want to try to lose the other 62 pounds you should have by today, then go ahead. But if you start gaining, then you will no longer be approved for weight loss surgery. So you can try it your way if you want and see what happens, but I think it is a good idea.
Damn, when Dr. Now puts it like that, don't you just kind of think she should move? I get why she doesn't want to, but don't you think she should just do it at this point?
I understand what you're saying, but it's really important to me that I stay in Florida, so I want to try again.
All right, then I'll give you 2 months to lose another 60 pounds if you want to consider that. But I think the likelihood is that your weight loss will have slowed even more by then.
I won't let that happen, Dr. Now.
I hope so. Make sure to keep working on your emotional issues because that's going to be an important factor for maintaining things if you're going to do this, okay?
Yes, sir.
Here's the thing. There's only one thing I could think that could make her not want to leave Florida that bad, and it's going to be a damn sausage roll. So I got to see sausage roll. Where's this guy hiding? Because Shay was trying to introduce her to somebody, so I need to see where the hell this guy is who's laying down the kielbasa or something so she don't want to leave Florida.
All right, Melissa, have a safe trip back, and you take care and stick with the healthy eating habit and try to lose more weight. And if you need anything, you may call. Otherwise, I'll see you in 2 months.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
What's stuck on the front of her teeth? Damn. That's got to be oregano or something, right? Hopefully it's not she wasn't just chiefing before she came in here and some of it sucked through the back, you know? Imagine going in the doctor now with a little bit of bud stuck to your front of your teeth. That'd be hilarious.
But it's easy to have discipline for a short period of time. Maintaining it is the hard part. But we'll see how she does over the next couple months. If she's able to hit the goal, I will consider weight loss surgery for her without moving here. But I don't think that's likely. I think what likely is that her weight loss will slow even more. And
At first, you do a whole lot of like yo-yo dieting, I like to call it. You're up and down, up and down, up and down. Because you can change and you can do like the extreme diet for a little while. You just can't maintain it. So I know how that goes, but hopefully that's not the case with her.
if that happens, then her only option will be to move here or not get weight loss surgery. Because there'll be no point doing it if she's going to fail in the long run.
I'm really disappointed. I was so far off from the goal and where I thought I was. I really thought I was doing even better this time than before. So it was a surprise to me to see how little I lost compared to the other times. But I don't know why that is. Because
I'll tell you how. It was all those damn sauces in the house because you're not counting those calories and there's carbs in them. And I guarantee you're not measuring them out. Like bro, I could see this so good. I know exactly what she did because I did the dumb shit. Like I did it. I know what she's doing.
I think I worked hard in every way that I could. So I'm just gonna have to go back and push myself even harder.
Damn, she's flexible. You see that little high kick she does to get up in there? And this is just a regular height SUV. This isn't that damn high.
Because I know I can make the progress I need back home. I'm lucky that Dr. Now is giving me another chance.
Lucky Charms, maybe.
And no matter what it takes from me, I'm gonna do it this time. It's been about a month since my last appointment with Dr. Now. And I've been working as hard as I can since then to make my best progress yet, to make sure I hit my goal by my next appointment. You know, I'm doing good with my diet. I'm not snacking and only eating 3 healthy meals a day.
It's so hard to tell with her build if she's losing weight or not. Like, it's really hard to tell. It's just a weird distribution.
I have my ups and downs with it, but I hardly let that get the best of me. So I feel good about my food choices and my eating and all that. And I'm exercising every day. I'm walking, I'm swimming, I'm doing all the upper body stuff. And then I'm also working on the stuff that Dr. Paradise has been telling me to do for my emotional issues. And I think I'm doing good with all of that too. Because not only am I going out in public more, but today I'm going out with someone.
Told ya. I'm a mind reader, guys. I knew there was a sausage roll. There is no way you would, like, try to derail your whole progress if there was some wiener schnitzel somewhere. Like, I knew it. I knew there was a guy in the picture.
Shay's been trying to introduce me to more people to help me get more social. And I've been texting and talking to one guy, Elijah, who she gave my number to.
Also, is it kind of weird that, like, Shay's, like, so snatch watching on her, like, trying to know who she's hooking up with, that she's sending her to go hook up with some Elijah guy from, like, Lord of the Lord or what? Lord of the Rings is, you know what I'm talking about. Elijah Wood or whatever.
And today we're going out. So this is another big step for me. But I'm actually excited about being out today because I'm feeling really good. So that makes me think I'm making some progress because I don't think that would have been the case for me a year ago.
Ooh, here comes extra personal trainer. Sausage roll, as I like to call him.
I would have just avoided this whole scenario, but that's not me anymore. As Elijah and me got to know each other better, talking and texting, I was very upfront about my situation and my weight.
What's up?
Damn, Elijah's got big nipples, huh?
Hi, nice to meet you. And what I'm trying to do to get healthy and to get my life together. And I told him how I'm trying to find ways to push myself to do more with my exercises. And I also
She doesn't have on the pointy shoes. There's no place like home. Now she's wearing actual sneakers. Way to go, Melissa.
mentioned I don't know if I could afford a gym. And he told me about the workout machines that they have at the park, and that he would be happy to show me that area. So I
Sure, he'd be happy to show you a lot of areas behind the bushes. Look at this man, he's all smiles, sausage roll.
could start working out there for free. And then we could walk around the park and get to know each other a little more. And I told him I love that.
Stand up for like 2 seconds. No, I'll count to 5.
Okay.
So this is kind of a date. Maybe? I'm not sure, but it doesn't matter to me. I'm just glad
There's not that many damn smiles if it wasn't a date. Don't pretend you guys haven't had some kind of rendezvous before this.
to be where I'm at and to start expanding my world some by getting out and meeting new people.
Is Elijah trying to kill you, or does he have an insurance policy? Why are we standing on this?
Elijah definitely took me out of my comfort zone. I don't normally walk around the park or ever would consider those stairs or even swinging my feet because my feet are large and so are my legs, and that's kind of like embarrassing to show.
Bro, she does not have big feet. I'm a size 15. They look like effing clown shoes. I cannot find any shoes I want.
No, we gotta finish split. You know, all this is light years beyond where I just was in my life. So I'm feeling really good and I'm getting excited about my future and the possibilities that I'm starting to see for me. But I know it all still depends on me getting to the goal I need by next month, so I can stay here and move forward like I want.
You think this was part of Elijah's plan? Like get her to come here, do this little swim move thing so he could see her backstroke later or something?
So I'm fighting my hardest to make sure I do that. Getting out and seeing how I'm growing and expanding my life is helping motivate me to work my hardest to get the life I want. I just really hope when I go back to see Dr. Now and I get on the scale that I'm where I'm supposed to be.
Well, those are different kinds of dips than we're used to. Not like the one she had at the start with the chicken wing, so this is good.
Because if I have to choose between moving away and getting surgery, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do.
Bring Elijah with you, and then you have your sausage roll, okay? Just bring the guy with you.
I'm at Dr. Now's to see if I made it to the goal that he gave me to get weight loss surgery and to stay in Florida. And to do that, he wanted me to lose 60 pounds from my last weigh-in, where I was 469. So if I made it, I'll be down to at least 409.
She's still consistently losing weight, okay? But it's just not nearly what Dr. Now wants. I think she'd be okay if she had the surgery. Like, she wants to lose this weight real bad, but he'll never approve that.
That's really upsetting. I don't know what to think because I don't understand why my weight loss is less now when I'm working so hard and doing so much to make all the progress that I can.
It's because you're not working as hard as you think you are.
I want this so bad and I'm putting in so much. And it just doesn't make sense to me. So I'm upset because I don't know what happened.
Hey, Melissa, how are you?
It depends on what you're gonna tell me.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to see you're still losing some weight, but your progress has slowed down even more this time, which is what I was worried about. So
I'm blaming Elijah. He did something with whipped cream or Hershey syrup or something. I don't know what that man's up to and does in his freaky time.
that's not good.
But I'm working as hard as I can. Way more than you know.
I explained it to you the last time, but you seem to think you're the exception to the rule.
I don't think that.
Maybe we should do a tell-all on what you've been up to if you're going to say way more than you know.
I just know how hard I'm trying. So I don't get why I'm doing worse.
You need to have the proper tools and support, like I've been telling you, if you want to be able to do this for the long term. And the only way for you to get that is if you're down here. Until you get to a healthy enough place, physically and emotionally, to do this on your own. So you can either do that and stay in Houston for as long as you need, or surgery won't be an option for you.
Okay, I definitely want to keep trying to get down to the goal you gave me to show you.
Oh my God. Like, you're losing a considerable amount of weight. At this point, if you just don't want the surgery, just keep going. It'll just take you longer and it'll be harder, but the surgery comes with its own challenges, so maybe not for
I
you.
could do this, doctor, now. Please.
What makes you think this pattern with your weight loss slowing won't continue?
Because I know I can do it.
You know, Melissa, your current weight loss per month isn't actually that bad. You lost about 14 to 15 pounds a month this time. So it's right around what I expect to be if you had weight loss surgery. But my concern is this trend is going to continue.
Her weight loss really isn't that bad. She's lost 153 pounds so far. Like, she's still rolling on the weight loss. It's just not what as much as Dr. Now wants to see.
The next step is that your weight loss is going to turn into half of what you just did. Then after that, it will stop. And then in 4 months or so, you will start the process of gaining all your weight back. So at this point, your option is to either move here to Houston so we can move ahead with you. Before you let all that happen, or there's nothing more we can do for you if you want to continue on this path, to try and show me you're an exception to how this works. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, so what do you want to do?
I don't know. May I have some time to figure out what I'm gonna do? I would.
Look, I don't think moving that far away is easy for anyone. Like, I had an email typed out to the show I just never sent, which I would have been friggin' epic. Because let's be honest, I'm a bit of a prick. I would have been acting super funny. Like, I definitely would have did some twerking in the shower or something just to make people laugh. But, like, I knew I had to move, so I didn't click send. Or you guys would have had, like, an epic Sean episode. I would have probably been, like, either the most hated or the most loved episode ever. I would have been one of the two.
I appreciate it. Because this is a really big question for me. I thought I was gonna make more progress.
Okay, take some time, but don't take too long, and fall back into old habits. Because if you start to gain again, surgery won't be an option for you at that point.
Okay.
So stick with it and let me know what you want to do.
Okay, I definitely will.
But you need to decide what your life is worth to you if you can't do this like you want. Because if you start gaining again, you're going to be back to where you were very quickly. And that is a very dangerous place to be.
I know I won't let that happen.
Look, she's lost a lot of weight, so she's probably feeling considerably better at this point. Like, her joints, everything. She's more active. She's got a social life now. So she probably feels super good about herself. But if you want to try without the weight loss surgery, I say go for it because you've lost so much already. It's going to be harder, like considerably harder. You're going to be hungry. And like the weight loss surgery just helps a lot with that. But she could do it by herself.
Okay, Melissa, good to see you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It's unfortunate that Melissa isn't seeing her situation objectively and waking up to what the scale is telling her. Because right now, she's not headed in a good direction if she continues to try to do things how she wants.
Well, she's heading to Pound Town. We knew that from the start. The second Stella got her groove back and found a boyfriend, that's where she's heading. She's just not heading to Houston.
I've been happy to see how she's been willing to make the changes she needs to get her life on track and be healthy. But she still has a long way to go to get to where she needs to be able to maintain it for the long term. And there's no point to do a major surgery on her if it's not going to make a difference long term.
Short term weight loss, considerably easy. Long term, keeping it off, way harder. So, the people on this show that are actually success stories that actually keep it off, that haven't started gaining it back, because the last time I saw my surgeon, he was like, Oh, thank God you haven't started gaining yet. Like everybody starts to gain when they're this size. I don't plan on doing that, but it happens a lot. It really does. It's crazy.
I thought about the choices he was giving me, and I've decided that for right now, the best thing for me is to be in Florida for a number of reasons. You know,
Yeah, of course, because you want to play sticky buns with Elijah. I know what the hell's going on.
overall, I have no doubt that I'm gonna be able to stay on track and keep losing the weight here, even if it's not as much as Dr. Now thinks I should. So today I am going to lunch with a guy that I just met. I've been speaking to for some time.
Oh, well, thank fucking God. We're on a weight loss show and we're going on a date, but we're going out to eat. Who thought of this genius idea?
I'm really nervous. But the biggest thing for me is that I'm finally starting to get the life I'm working hard to have here. And it doesn't make sense for me to just give all that up right now when I don't think I should. Because it's what's motivating me to keep pushing myself, to work as hard as I can, to lose more.
I've never seen one of those kinds of masks. This guy kind of fancies himself some kind of outlaw, huh?
What's up?
Hey! How you been?
I'm good. How you been?
Good. Thank you.
You welcome. So,
She be flopping on them plastic chairs. I'm worried I would have got a shard in my ass if I did that.
it's really hot.
It is.
You've got a jacket on, Dillhole, and 2 shirts. What do you mean it's really... Take off the damn jacket.
I'm happy you asked me out.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm happy you accepted.
Okay. Oh, wow, that's a lot of food.
They don't mess around.
I need the inspiration of being able to be with the people who support me and who are there for me. So I know it's the right decision and what's best for me. But it
Well, this diet day officially just went out the window.
doesn't mean I'm giving up on weight loss surgery. I still know I need that tool to help me for the long term, like Dr. Now says. But once I get down to the 300s, my hope is I could get back and show Dr. Now that I'm doing it, to help him see how determined I am to succeed no matter where I am. But I'm
Look, and you can go out and eat like that. I would just tell them not to give me the rice. The rest of the stuff she got don't look that bad. The rice gotta get...
sticking to a healthy diet, and I'm still losing weight.
But you know, I feel like doing this to get your life, in order, and it's something that you really want, and it takes a lot of courage.
I tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I want a strudel.
You know what I mean? And I really hope after this, like, you're truly happy.
Really?
Everyone deserves to be truly happy.
I've lost almost 10 pounds over the last 2 months. So I'm still making progress.
Hold on, now we're down to 5 pounds a month? Fucking Elijah, man. You are screwing the pooch on this one, buddy.
Even though it's slower. And as long as I'm moving forward, I know I'm doing this. I'm gonna cook you dinner. How about that?
Okay. You better put your foot in that. I'm telling you, that better be delicious, yo.
She do got them high kicks. She probably could do it.
It's gonna be the best macaroni and cheese you had in your life.
Okay.
Sweet mac and cheese. That's diet
I'm
approved.
also keeping up with all my exercises. And Elijah's been a big help with me to do that.
I called that one from the very start. Dippin' Dots over here, or sausage roll, whatever, is going to help her exercise.
Hey, Ben.
Tired.
I feel you.
He's pushing me to be active and working out with me at times. So I've appreciated all his support because he's helping keeping me motivated. And I
Really? Because to me it looks like he's putting you next to the alligator-infested pond when he knows that you can't get away nearly as fast as he can.
appreciated that. So I feel really good right now. And I'm still very excited about my future. Even more now than ever because I know I'm gonna make it and I'm doing this. You know, even if it doesn't look like how I thought it would, to where it's taken me longer to get weight loss surgery.
Oh yeah, I'm not playing around with that. Fire ants, 100%. Fire ants are gonna light you up on that thing.
The water's pretty.
It is. This is the most beautiful place to get to know someone and walk.
To get to know me better?
Yeah. But the fact that you took your time to come and see me, this must put a smile on my face.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that pond smells like a wet fart. There's so much sulfur in Florida, there's no way that this is the most beautiful place to get to know somebody.
Aww, you're making me blush.
But I know without a doubt that this route I'm taking is what's right for me and how I need to do it. Because I'm starting to live how I want now. I'm not having to wait for it. My hard work is paying off, and I'm doing things that I wasn't doing a year ago, so that's keeping me motivated. And I'm
Yeah, something's getting hard here, but it's not gonna be the work. You're only losing 5 pounds a month at this point.
gonna keep pushing myself forward, no matter what, and hopefully, when I go back to Dr. Now in a few months, and show him that he sees that, and I'm able to get weight loss surgery.
I really hope you feel better. And
I feel better that I'm here with you.
really, man, now you're making me blush, man.
How awkward would this be with a camera crew, though? He's probably already nervous, right? And now you throw a camera crew in his face. So I think this is probably the best game you're gonna get out of this guy at this point.
Because I'm not gonna stop fighting for my life until I make it where I need, no matter what anybody thinks or says. Just because I'm doing it my way and how I need, it doesn't mean I'm gonna fail.
Somebody carved a mushroom tip in that thing. That's kind of funny.
Because no one knows how bad I want this but me. And I want this more than anything. So I'm gonna keep going and I'm gonna succeed. Because I'm not gonna stop or give up until I'm living my best life yet and I get to where I need. And I know I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show everyone I can make it. And I have everything I need to do that in Florida.
Look, she's got a new boyfriend. I'm happy for her. It depends. Some people are driven by spite. Some people are just driven just to have a better life. Personally, I like to spite people. I like to friggin' knock it out the park just so people can't say that I couldn't do it.
No matter what, I'm gonna keep moving forward and working on whatever I need. And I have no doubt my best life and days are ahead of me now. And I can't wait for all that's gonna be there for me. So I could finally have the life that I want. And I can't wait for that.
Alright, well, that's the end of this one. So she got a new boyfriend, refused to move. I am happy for her. She was losing weight pretty consistently throughout, but Dr. Now definitely called that one. It slowed down a hell of a lot by the end. So, Melissa, good job. You lost a lot of weight, but it is a little easier at first. Granted, I did it up and down, up and down. I didn't get it right till I was considerably into my journey, but that's the time that it kind of comes off the fastest. So, hopefully she's still losing. I'll check. I'll see if I can find something on her to see where she's at. But yeah, that's it. Leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about sausage roll over here. And yeah, that's about it. Bye.